Groovy Kim here. I want to talk to you today about meditation and the different methods that people use to meditate. There are so many different methods out there, just like there are individual people. And finding the right one that works for you might take a little time, but I think it's best to try a whole bunch of different ones on and toss it up. Don't always use the same methods. Kind of like a meditation salad, if you will. So let me give you some examples of different ways that you can meditate. The simplest one is the traditional one you see in images, where people are sitting still, perhaps with their legs crossed and their hands maybe reaching up towards the sky to receive energy from the universe. As you meditate, you are quieting your mind, and the whole purpose is to go beyond the analytical mind so that you can then begin to quietly step back and let the universe and the quantum field begin to give you information. Your pineal gland is an actual receiver. Your body is a quantum computer. And if you allow your analytical mind to get out of the way for a little while, meditation is a great way to do that, then you can tap into the quantum field and achieve a lot of different things, like health. Okay, so being quiet and sitting still is one way, but it's only one way. Other ways I'm sure you're aware of, like listening to music. Listening to music is a form of meditation. If you're going to use music as your form of meditation, I suggest picking out music that sounds magical, that sounds like it's going to take you to another place in your mind, because that's what we're trying to achieve, right? Inner space is where we're trying to travel to. Okay, so also try to pick music that doesn't have lyrics, because if you choose music with lyrics, well, then there goes your analytical mind again, trying to listen to what the lyrics are saying. So pick music that sounds magical. No lyrics. Put it on in the background and lower the lights. And maybe light some candles. And that way your mind will become more suggestive. Speaking of suggestive, here's another way to open your analytical mind and get it to relax and take a break. Use a kaleidoscope. Now, YouTube has wonderful kaleidoscope movies that you can tune into. There's several that I use. I recommend the ones that are digitally mastered. Kaleidoscope movies that have the lines in them to where you can see where the patterns are changing and shifting. Those to me are distracting, and then my analytical mind gets to going again, and that's no good for me. But there are ones, and if you do, I think put in your search digital kaleidoscope. Those are made more, by a computer, and the human eye can't see those lines in there, and so it's more of a pulsating, more like the way the universe really does. If you notice, kaleidoscope imagery is everywhere. Churches use it in their stained glass windows. And that's because the ancients realized that by staring at geometric patterns, you can put your mind into a trance-like state, moving your brain from the beta to the alpha wave, which is where you can then tap into your quantum computer's hardware and begin to reprogram and give it new software. How do you give your quantum computer new software? Through meditation. There's other ways. They all involve your breath, though. You have to make sure you slow your breath down when you enter into your inner world, the quantum field. Slowing it down is very important because that chemically signals your body to begin to release all those hormones and chemicals that relax the body so that you can then prepare your mind to receive information. Okay? This has been measured in the laboratory, by the way. We can actually see your brain entering those different brainwave states when you meditate versus when you're wide awake. And we know that this can increase the immunoglobulin A, which is primarily your defense against viruses. Wow, we're in a pandemic right now. And here is a tool called meditation that is an antiviral of all things. Isn't that groovy? Well, yeah, it is. And so all the more reason to learn how to do this, right? Okay, simple things. You don't have to be quiet and close your eyes. You can have waking meditations. I call them, other people call it waking meditations or walking meditations. I have one I call gardening meditation. That's right. You might have seen my other video called My Zen Garden's Doctor's Office. That's another video here on my channel. Check it out. I actually made a Zen garden this last summer, and that was a meditation within itself. I got in the zone. I put my headphones on. I got that magical music going. Tons of it to choose from on YouTube. And I would just pretend like I was superhuman. Now, you got to understand, I was barely walking when I started that project. I could barely hold a pen, let alone sling a shovel or a pickaxe. And my yard was terrible. I mean, the weeds were like 3 foot high and rocks, terrible, hard pan, soil, and definitely needed a pickaxe in a lot of places. Here I am, hobbling around, and I'll tell you what, I put that music on, and I slowed my breath, and I just got lost, and hours would go by, and I had no idea what time it was, and before I knew it, I'd have a huge area weeded, and I slowly could see my canvas with which to create, just like I was creating in my mind's eye, how healthy I was getting. So you don't have to have your eyes closed to keep that trance-like state going. You have your normal life going on simultaneously, of course, right? You have your relationships and your work, if you have a job, and you've got to go to the store. I mean, you have to interact with other people, so you can't walk around in this weird trance-like state. That's not really what I'm talking about. I mean, I would take my headphones off and, talk to my sweetheart, put my headphones back on. Or, if I'm at the store, I would be thinking the whole time while I'm walking down the store's aisles. Honu, thank you so much. My knees feel wonderful. Look how my quadriceps are getting stronger. I can feel that. Thank you, Honu. Honu is my sea turtle that I use in my mind movie. That's another video you need to check out. Sea turtle mind movie. Yeah, that's here on my channel. So that's another way that you can meditate, is make up a mind movie. That is the placebo effect at its finest, right? You are inducing your body to believe something that is in the future. In my case, good health, no inflammation, right? No more dislocating fingers and knees, because I'm focused on how wonderful I feel and how it's healing. And with every step I take, I notice how great it feels. Here's a little hint. A lot of it is a lie in the beginning, but that's the point. Placebo effect. You believe it, thus your body follows. Your subconscious mind has no idea what is truth and what is fiction. And since you are the CEO of your quantum computer, you get to tell it whatever you want to tell it. Just like you can tell it terrible thoughts and stress yourself out and release all kinds of cortisol. Before you know it, you feel like crap and maybe you've got inflammation starting up all over again. Yeah, you can do that. I choose to do the opposite. And since I learned that I could, there's no stopping me now. So do it with me, okay? Other things you can use to help yourself to get into a trance-like state and meditate and hang out there is to make sure that you incorporate movement. Now, I just mentioned gardening, but other ways, moving throughout your day, yes, but along with that stimulates the vagus nerve when you hum. Chanting, right? The mystics chant. You see it. Om, om. What are they doing? They are stimulating the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is very important. It's the largest nerve in your body, and it calms all of your cells down, and it allows you to enter that trance-like state we're talking about. Home. They say that home is the very first sound of the universe. The mystics, the ancients, they all use that sound. Home. So you can use that too to get yourself in a trance-like state. It's shutting out the analytical. That's the whole point. So that you can then open your subconscious and get in there and give it some new tapes. Give it some new software tapes. I just dated myself. Software to your quantum computer. And when you do this, you pair it with thankfulness and gratitude. That is the ticket. You've got to open up your heart center. When you open up your heart center, you increase the magnetism. And we can measure this. We can see the magnetic field around your body. And when you open your heart and you feel thankfulness and gratitude, that electromagnetic field grows. And you start to attract what it is you're thankful for into your life. And when you get yourself in a meditative trance-like state, and you hang out there when you're not meditating, and you can maintain that electromagnetic field around yourself like a bubble of health, like a bubble of wealth, like a bubble of anything you want it to be. As long as it's positive, it will be good for you, because you literally are making an electromagnetic field around you. That's the science part. If you're interested, we're going to do more videos on the science part. But for practical everyday use, putting it into your life part, that's going to just require a little customization on your part. Like I did with Honu and my mind movie with my sea turtle. See? I'm a turtle gal. Ever since I had that mystical moment when I just started seeing sea turtles, and mystical moments will start to stack up on you when you begin to meditate and take it seriously. It's amazing what happens when you start tapping into the quantum field. I know all kinds of coincidences and cool things have happened since. And I'm going to make a video just on those, because I have a notebook now that I've been, and notes galore of wild things that have happened since. Let me see if I can find one here. One day I was thinking about, yeah, there she is. She knew. That's my green-cheeked conure. Her name is Ducky. And I was thinking about her practicing expanding my electromagnetic field, and I was sending her love. And all of a sudden, she flew over to me, and she dropped this feather right in front of me, and it landed right when I was thinking about her and sending her love. What is that? Did you see my other video about my hummingbird? Oh my gosh, right when I said that, it showed up at the window. I'm not kidding. I have to pause and show you just a moment. Okay, I told you I'd pause and show you. There he is. Isn't he cute? Oh, he comes and visits every single day. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Now, when I put the music on, he'll start to bob his head back and forth. We communicate through the window. Oh, I love you, sweetheart. But you see, when you expand your magnetic field like that, really cool things start happening. Your animals are more attracted to you. So did you see that? So yeah, my little hummingbird came to the window. Oh yeah, I was going to ask you guys, leave some comments down below. Let's name him. I want to name him. I always name everything. I can't believe I haven't named my hummingbird yet. Yeah, I want to name him. Help me name him. Leave comments down below. Let's name my little hummingbird. He deserves a name. He lost his sweetheart. I've got that other video, Death of a Hummingbird. I realize now maybe the title wasn't so great. People aren't clicking on it, but I promise it's not sad. In fact, we talk about loss, and what do you do with that, with your vibration and your body and your health. And so yeah, Death of a Hummingbird, click on that. But oh, he's still over there, and he's at my window right now, and I'm getting tingly. I'm not kidding. Ever since I started this practice of trying to learn how to move my energy and control it and direct it, I get these weird electrical I shock myself. I'm getting all kinds of electrical impulses. Right now I've got the chills, and I'm feeling it, and I can feel it firing, and I'm trying to learn how to direct it. I had my hand on Tinker's butt last night. I know that sounds funny. She's my teacup chihuahua. Aw, yeah. She has a little tumor on her right hip. Is that right? I always get it wrong. Yes, it's her right hip, and it's yay big. And I've been directing my energy and putting my hand on it and making my hand tingle. Can you do that? Practice it. Just like you can make your mouth water when you think about a lemon. Practice. You can make your hand tingle. You can direct the electric field down your fingertips. That's how Reiki works. I finally got my Reiki certificate. Yeah, I'm a Reiki master now. Yay. I have a lot to learn and a lot to go. It's like any other. It's a practice. You're never all the way done learning. Of course not. So I consider even though they gave me my certificate, I consider myself still very much a beginner. Always will be. There is no end to that learning. But the whole point of Reiki is the same thing we're talking about here. Using your energy to heal yourself and to direct it. And I use it, I put it on my knees, right? I put it on my hands. That old immune system and my rheumatoid, excuse me, not my. There, I just caught myself. Good job, Groovy Kim. Don't say my. That rheumatoid arthritis the doctors insisted on diagnosing me with. A mouthful. That I feel I no longer have, by the way. There. Yeah. In fact, look at this. Used to not be able to do that. My thumbs used to pop in and out of joint, and my fingers did too, and I couldn't wrap them around a cup or even hold my pen to write my name. All of that due to meditation. A little bit in the night, a little bit in the morning. In fact, morning is a good time, right when you wake up, because you're in between sleep and wake. You're already almost there in that little trance state where you're highly suggestible, and that's when you can run that mind movie. So for example, I will start to wake up and I'll think, oh yeah, don't get out of bed quite yet, but don't go back to sleep. Start thinking about Honu and go for a swim before you climb out of bed. So I will lay there still, and I will call Honu to me, and she just appears, right? Because I've made her up already in my mind. I've practiced her so many times. And together we'll go through, and I will feel the sensations, directing my energy. I'll make it tingle wherever my owies are, right? And I will make Honu swim there, and she will go within the coral reefs and grab that kelp and pack it in those crevices, right? The cartilage in my joints, right? And I go through the whole motion, and I say, wow, that feels good. Thank you, Honu. Tingles. I did it again. I'm getting really good at it, and you can too. Direct that energy, make it tingle. and it, excuse me, it makes the vibration in your cells begin to become coherent. You match that with a super grateful heart, and now you've increased that magnetic field, which then really gets that vibration in your entire body to then become coherent. Instead of scrambled mess, a scrambled signal, which causes inflammation, to a coherent wave. A coherent wave, and you'll be healthier. A lot healthier. So, meditation isn't just for gurus. It's for everyone who wants to be healthy and have more control over their lives. You are a sentient being having a human experience. Your body is a quantum computer, and you get to direct it. And meditation is just a really groovy tool to achieve that. Won't you please subscribe? And we'll keep talking about this. Go ahead and give me your comments below, please. And let me know what else you'd like to talk about or what you might be struggling with. I am going to be continuing to put out videos, so please subscribe, stick with me, and we'll keep the conversation going. That way we can help each other. Thank you.